Cameron Diaz, the Golden State girl.
Southern California, like,
with the dazzling smile. And super sex appeal.
This is hostile, y'all.
Ooh, that's really hot and sexy. Wow. Ooh.
Her early years, unmasked.
Me coming from modeling to this business, nobody knew who I was.
Her journey from unknown to superstar.
Cameron, to your right with that gorgeous smile over your shoulder, Cameron.
Self-deprecation with sexuality, that is sort of the X factor, and that's what she's got.
And the new film.
What are you doing?
That's got her bonding on screen.
We are the weirdest friends ever.
And off.
I didn't think you had a choice.
We're a good time. We are a lot of fun.
CNN Spotlight, Cameron Diaz. From the very first moment she appears on screen,
That entrance.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Cameron Diaz is certified star.
I'm very, very pleased with my entrance.
Let's rock this joint!
It's 1994, and The Mask releases, built around the antics of A-list comic actor Jim Carrey. But a supporting actress with bombshell looks and a goofy sense of humor has us at hello.
Tina Carlisle, pleased to meet you.
The pleasure's all mine.
A lot of people just said, who's that girl?
Hollywood's latest ingenue.
Your first picture.
Yes.
You know, of course, that not all pictures are like this.
No, that's what they tell me. I'm waiting to find out.
Cameron celebrates her 21st birthday while filming this, her first movie. And in one of her earliest interviews confesses the acting thing happened kind of quickly.
A month and a half into the film, I went, this is going to be in theaters? You know, I'd be like, duh. You know, it finally dawned on me that I was doing actually a feature film that went into the theaters.
Makes me treat you the way that I do.
You know, she looks so pretty in it. And I think for many people it was, oh, here's the new hot girl on the scene. And on the one hand, she's beautiful. On the other hand, beautiful girls are a dime a dozen. So I think a lot of people thought, okay, cool, here comes another one. I think very few people expected that 20 years later we would still be talking about Cameron Diaz's career.
Just a few years before The Mask is in theaters, Cameron's growing up in Long Beach, California, where she attends Hughes Middle School. At Long Beach Polytechnic High, she's a standout on the dance team, the Polyettes. The tall, leggy blonde easily attracts attention. A photographer takes notice, and at 16, a modeling career launches.
I did everything. Anything anybody paid me. No, I'm just kidding. I did, fashion. I did shows. I did editorial, catalog, advertisement, commercial. I did all there was to do.
Eventually, her breezy California girl good looks land her on the cover of 17 magazine. A star on the rise, but supermodel? Not so much.
Nobody knew who I was. I wasn't known around the world.
JCPenney.
Yeah, I did like JCPenney's, exactly. I was like May Company and Nordstrom's. So everybody who got the catalogs knew me. I mean, they knew me in Seattle, San Francisco, Southern California, like, I was every day. I was in the papers every day in Los Angeles.
She gets some TV spots too, like this one for Coke.
I see you got my message.
I see I'm not the only one.
The commercials are enough to give her the message. She wants more.
I went into my commercial agent's office. I saw a script laying on her desk.
When the studio New Line Cinema is casting for The Mask, Cameron trips into a life-changing opportunity.
I made a joke about being ready or capable of handling a feature comedy. Of course, I was joking, and she took me literally.
The director liked me, and they eventually convinced New Line that I was capable of playing this part, that they should take a chance on me.
They roll the dice. And the gamble on the unknown pretty girl from Long Beach pays off exponentially.
Mr. Ipkiss, hi.
With that first part, Cameron immediately develops an identity as an actress, according to entertainment writer Louis Vertel.
The Mask was a huge deal because, one, it was just a big movie that everyone was talking about. Everybody knew who she was after that, but also it established that she is just so willing to be as hot as possible and as crazy as possible.
Fresh off her first film, Cameron admits her success is completely accidental.
I didn't have a theatrical agent when I began the film. I hooked up with a wonderful group of people, and so far so good. I mean, I haven't had anybody come knocking on my door. I think in this business they do it in a different way. I'm convinced they move in on you.
Even as a neophyte to Hollywood, she's plotting her next move while knowing right where she's at. The scene-stealing actress whose name you don't know yet.
Right now I'm just waiting for something that I feel that I can commit myself to, and waiting for the right thing to come along. And as well, I'm in square one still. People don't know who I am, and you know, there's a lot of people who want to make sure that people know who their star of the film is.
Coming up,
Just don't know what to do with myself.
the ingenue becomes an independent woman in Hollywood.
Cameron D and Destiny. Ladies, it ain't easy being independent.
Singing and dancing her way to the A-list.
I wanna get whipped up and take your picture. My homeboys trying to warn me.
Jaws drop over her debut performance in The Mask, and Cameron Diaz instantly finds herself in demand.
Starting off a career with The Mask, that doesn't hurt anybody. That opened a lot of doors for me.
Excuse me?
The doors she goes through first are marked independent films.
I'm not the one that's married.
She co-stars in She's the One and then Feeling Minnesota.
I got a car waiting outside.
For me?
It's not until 1997, 3 years after The Mask, that Cameron makes another big studio film.
This just makes everything so perfect.
Her role in My Best Friend's Wedding comes with a risk. After all, she's playing the spoiler to Hollywood's reigning box office queen.
She plays the character that women are supposed to hate. She's sort of effortlessly beautiful. She's there to take the man from Julia Roberts, and yet she somehow is still appealing.
Don't know just what to do with myself.
There's a scene where she has to do karaoke and fails terribly, but everyone is so smitten with her that they can't believe it.
Like a summer.
Cameron proves she can hold her own with Roberts, and the film becomes one of the biggest hits of 1997. But Cameron's just warming up.
Mary! Mary!
The next year brings a performance that will come to define her career.
Oh my God! Good, how are you?
There's Something About Mary is the movie that made everybody fall in love with Cameron Diaz.
Tucker, behave yourself.
I'm sorry.
The raunchy Farrelly Brothers comedy about a guy who can't get over a long-lost love might as well be called There's Something About Cameron.
This is a movie written about how irresistible she is, how we can't even figure out why we like her so much. She is so commanding.
You know, I don't think that they have enough meats on sticks. No, seriously.
She is comfortable in that world of tomboyishness and gross out jokes. Some actresses would have just said, hold on, I'm going to do what with my hair?
Is that a hair gel?
That famous hair gel scene becomes a classic movie moment.
She just went with it. She's clearly having some fun.
The success of There's Something About Mary catapults Cameron to the top ranks of female stars. Her appeal, undeniable.
She's never taken herself very seriously, which I think is a huge help for an actor.
I know, it's crazy.
If you can combine self-deprecation with sexuality, that is sort of the X factor, and that's what she's got.
Cameron, you're right!
She's also got that infectious laugh.
In my family, laughing is what we did together. We're always laughing. I come from a long line of chucklers.
She chuckles all the way to the bank in 2000.
Nice flight.
Her payday for Charlie's Angels was reportedly over $10 million. That put her in astute company with other actresses who were top paid at that time.
There's a lot of combat and female bonding in Charlie's Angels.
Good morning, Angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
But what most people remember is one solo scene.
The dancing scene in that movie where she's like gyrating wildly. What other actress could pull off that charismatic wackiness?
It's a rare Cameron Diaz film that doesn't feature some exuberant dancing.
I think every movie should have a dance sequence in it. I don't care if it's a horror movie, sci-fi, dance.
There are even dance steps in Shrek, the animated mega hit.
You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're a little unorthodox, I'll admit.
Cameron voices Fiona in Shrek, who's a key character.
I'm the princess. It's me.
It really introduces Cameron by way of her voice to a family audience.
Oh my God, I'm having so much fun.
Audiences embrace her lighter work.
You call me Bajiggity?
But she demonstrates range in a series of dramatic roles. Vanilla Sky.
I live with this aching possibility that you might call me.
Martin Scorsese's period film, Gangs of New York.
I will open your throat, so help me God.
And really playing against type in 1999's Being John Malkovich.
I'll introduce you to my chimp Elijah. He has an ulcer right now due to suppressed childhood trauma.
She's frumpy. She's not playing off her looks at all, except maybe in a wink to say, that's Cameron Diaz. It showed people that there was more to her than her beauty.
As her career advances, Cameron demonstrates she can deliver whatever the genre.
How do you do that? I always just try to find the truth in my characters. Nobody's wholly good or wholly bad except for sociopaths. They're just human, and I just try to find the human side of them.
One role she's never played, at least in real life, a bride. She's opted not to marry, despite romances with some high-profile men.
She's dated Jared Leto, Justin Timberlake, Alex Rodriguez. These are people who have nothing in common, and it just proves that there's something about Mary Thing is real.
Oh, hey there.
In 2011, she co-stars with one of her exes, Justin Timberlake, in the comedy hit Bad Teacher.
The secret is that we're adults and we've moved on. You know what I mean? Justin and I love each other. We care about each other. Both of our lives have gone on.
She goes on in 2012 to co-star in What to Expect When You're Expecting.
I can do it!
Playing a woman about to have her first baby.
I love children. I have so many children in my life. I've been an auntie for 15 years. I would be so open to having my own family whenever that's meant to be. Hey.
Fit, fabulous, and 40 plus. Coming up, Cameron Diaz enters a new phase of her life.
When you just leave your doors open, things come in. That's just sort of how I live my life.
Cameron, to your right with that gorgeous smile over your shoulder, Cameron. Thank you.
2012, the California girl with the megawatt smile turns 40 and turns her attention to a new project. Writing. The result, a health and nutrition book for women, The Body Book.
You've kind of mastered it, the art of aging.
Ah, thank you.
How do you do it?
Consistency. It's all about consistency. I'm about balance. I want people to understand that if they really truly understand themselves on their deepest level, on the smallest part of themselves, which is on a cellular level, they understand the science of their body and how it works, then they can make different choices that allows them to have that in their lives, that allows them to create balance and to have everything that they want.
And women clearly want Cameron Diaz's advice. When the book comes out in January, it quickly becomes a New York Times bestseller.
She's very athletic. She clearly exercises and eats right. And women are always kind of looking for advice from believable people on that topic.
Believable and passionate.
Being able to live a long, healthy, vital, capable life doesn't just happen by itself. You need to put the work in, you need to do it, and it's not bad work, it's the good work. It's fun, it's delicious, it's, it's engaged, it's present, and I think that, just makes for a better life, so.
She almost had me saying amen. Hallelujah.
Preach on, because all that good living is clearly paying off for Cameron. With 3 upcoming films, she's disproving the notion that 40 has to be a finish line for women in Hollywood.
Action.
First up, The Other Woman.
I'm looking for Mark. You must be his housekeeper.
No, I'm his wife, Kate. Is this some kind of strippergram or something?
Cameron plays a woman who finds out her seemingly perfect boyfriend has a wife.
We got played by the same guy. Tequila or do you want vodka?
And another girlfriend.
He must be cheating on both of us because it's not me.
Oh my.
Played by supermodel Kate Upton.
Do you think she had that made?
When this one gets up from the beach chair with the white bikini, I think I even audibly said in the theater last night, that ain't fair. That's not fair.
She's like the perfect 10, lemon tart,
Maybe like another
double
one.
D, obviously. You know
Okay,
what?
at some point you say, I play tennis,
You know
right?
what?
But if
How
I
are
play
you not
against
thinking about
Ron
this?
McEnroe, then I expect to lose.
You know what?
Right?
I am McEnroe.
Haven't we all done that? Seemed like the cutest thing ever. Been like, well, I mean, I'm cute too.
What I love about the film is that we quickly start to celebrate her as we all become friends and understand that we're all just going through the same thing, the same heartbreak, with the same man, of course.
Yeah.
But we're still kind of going through the same thing and helping each other through.
So what do you want to do?
I want him to feel pain.
The trio teams up to take revenge on the man in the middle.
You put the lawyer, the wife, and the boobs together, and we know how to do it just as shady as he does.
The friendship these characters develop in the process may seem unlikely, but
there is something about Cameron Diaz where you want to hang out with her if you're a woman, or you find it conceivable that the other women on screen are having some fun with her.
And it's obvious, these women have fun together both on screen and off.
I'm feeling the girlfriend vibe here, and I'm loving the girlfriend vibe, and it does feel like that you guys kind of just became fast friends. Did you just kind of know of each other, but when you got together,
I've
it
never
all
heard of
clicked?
either one of these. Who is Cameron Diaz? Who's Leslie Mann?
I didn't know. But seriously, though, it feels like a real friendship.
I met Kate the year before we started working together, and then Cameron and I met a long time ago, but she doesn't remember our meeting.
It was a party situation.
It was a wrap party for a movie that we were both
It was at a
in.
place called Tequila Flats,
Oh,
which
right.
there was a lot of
Tortilla
tequila.
Flats.
Tortilla.
Tortilla
Well,
Flats.
no,
Well,
to me, it was Tequila Flats.
Cameron's good-natured humor has won her numerous friends and fans in Hollywood.
Cameron Diaz has established herself as not just a dependable actress,
Go, you crazy Katie!
but like someone who everyone believes is always goofy, always charismatic,
Got it.
And she's somebody who puts you at ease because she's so in control with how goofy and fun she is.
There's more of her classic goofiness and signature sex appeal in the upcoming summer comedy, Sex Tape.
I just had an idea. Let's film ourselves having sex.
That's a great idea. This is your best idea ever.
Cameron showing you don't have to be 20 to stay super seductive.
She's not yet post-hot. I'm not sure when that will happen. Maybe in her crypt.
Get up and out of bed! The city called, they're coming to inspect. You gotta clean this whole place up.
This winter, audiences will see the actors tackle another film genre in the movie musical remake of Annie.
No breakfast till this place is spotless.
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
This is showing the breadth of what she does. I presume she'll be really funny in it, and it is the kind of role where she's kind of turning a corner yet again on her career.
Hey,
Mr. Will Stacks. Look for me, Colleen Hannigan.
Like me on Facebook.
I don't like you in Harlem. Why would I like you on Facebook?
You think you're better than me?
I do think I'm better than you.
I think it's really that tomboy appeal that's really given her longevity. She's proven already she's capable of anything.
For 20 years and nearly 50 films, Cameron has shown her skill time and again with no sign of her star fading.
It's a funny thing, when you just leave your doors open, you know, things come in that, and you never know what is. I couldn't force any of these things to happen. There are things that just, when I had the opportunity, I took them. And that's just sort of how I live my life, is just sort of keeping the doors open to whatever could possibly happen, because I couldn't think of a better life than this.
I'm Michelle Turner. Thanks for joining us for CNN Spotlight, Cameron Diaz.
We are the weirdest friends ever.
And off.
I don't think you had a choice.
We're a good time. We are a lot of fun.
CNN Spotlight, Cameron Diaz. From the very first moment she appears on screen,
that entrance.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Cameron Diaz is certified star.
I'm very, very pleased with my entrance.
Let's rock this joint!
It's 1994, and The Mask releases, built around the antics of A-list comic actor
Theaters.
Makes me treat you the way that I do.
You know, she looks so pretty in it, and I think for many people it was, oh, here's the new hot girl on the scene, and on the one hand, she's beautiful. On the other hand, beautiful girls are a dime a dozen. So I think a lot of people thought, okay, cool, here comes another one. I think very few people expected that 20 years later we would still be talking about Cameron Diaz's career.
Just a few years before The Mask is in theaters, Cameron's growing up in Long Beach, California, where she attends Hughes Middle School. At Long Beach Polytechnic High, Jim Carrey. But a supporting actress with bombshell looks and a goofy sense of humor has us at hello.
Tina Carlisle, pleased to meet you.
The pleasure's all mine.
A lot of people just said, who's that girl?
Hollywood's latest ingenue.
Your first picture.
Yes.
You know, of course, that not all pictures are like this.
No, that's what they tell me. I'm waiting to find out.
Cameron celebrates her 21st birthday while filming this, her first movie. And in one of her earliest interviews confesses the acting thing happened kind of quickly.
A month and a half into the film, I went, this is going to be in theaters? You know, I'd be like, duh. You know, it finally dawned on me that I was doing actually a feature film that went into the...
She's a standout on the dance team, the Polyettes. The tall, leggy blonde easily attracts attention. A photographer takes notice, and at 16, a modeling career launches.
I did everything. Anything anybody paid me. No, I'm just kidding. I did, you know, fashion. I did shows. I did editorial, catalog, advertisement, commercial. I did all there was to do.
Eventually, her breezy California girl good looks land her on the cover of 17 magazine. A star on the rise. But supermodel? Not so much.
Nobody knew who I was. You know, I wasn't known around the world.
JCPenney.
Yeah, I did like JCPenney's, exactly. I was like May Company and Nordstrom's. So everybody who got the catalogs knew.
You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're
Cameron Diaz, the Golden State girl.
Southern California, like,
with the dazzling smile. And super sex appeal.
This is hostile, y'all. Ooh, that's really hot and sexy. Wow. Ooh.
Her early years, unmasked.
Me coming from modeling to this business, nobody knew who I was.
Her journey from unknown to superstar.
Cameron, to your right with that gorgeous smile over your shoulder, Cameron.
Self-deprecation with sexuality, that is sort of the X factor, and that's what she's got.
And the new film
What are you doing?
that's got her bonding on screen